Hi, everybody. My name is David Greco. Today, I wanted to talk about the pros and cons of public versus private college because I've done both, and I think it's a tough decision for a lot of people to make because of the stigma surrounding public schools and private schools, that private schools are better, that they get better education, that jobs like that on the application better, whatever. Um, so I guess I'll start with my school journey. Out of high school, my goal was to be a journalist, a sports journalist, and Canisius College has a good program for that. I found that out in high school, and that was my school of choice. So when I got accepted, it was easy for me. I made the decision. I signed it. I enrolled, whatever, and I went. I commuted, which I've never dormed, so I don't really know that side of the experience. But commuting, I can tell you, was not fun. Parking every day is not fun, especially school. It's cold in Buffalo, the city. Yeah, not great. But the education-wise, I found that the professors are not much different between ECC and Canisius. I was at Canisius for a year. I had my advisor who was on top of things, and the rest of my professors, I mean, I didn't see much of a difference. I would say that I think there's an advantage in having smaller class sizes in private schools because it gives you more chance to interact with the teacher and get the help that you need. Not saying that ECC doesn't offer those things, but I think it's a little more difficult just because of the student-teacher ratio. But as far as cost, it's not even close. Obviously, ECC is fractions of the price of Canisius and any other private school, which, I mean, what are you really paying for at those places? I was commuting. I was not, I didn't have a meal plan. I didn't have a room to stay in. There was really no difference between the schools for me. The classes were pretty much the same. I found that. I'll talk about as well why I switched. It wasn't because of any issues with Canisius itself, but when the pandemic hit and everything moved online, it was not worth it at all to pay the tuition. There was no tuition marked down for the pandemic years or whatever at Canisius, and there was just absolutely no point at that point if I wasn't going in person to keep going to Canisius. So I transferred to ECC, expecting to stay here for a semester, maybe or two, until I could go back in person at Canisius. But when I got to ECC and I started taking classes here, I realized there's no difference, and I'm saving thousands on thousands on thousands per semester. So it really wasn't too difficult of a decision to me to not go back. I don't miss it. I don't think I'm missing anything, and I like ECC. I like the classes. I like the professors. Everything's good. And so if I had to give my opinion, I would say, especially coming out of high school, community college / a cheaper public college, at least for the first 2 years, just so you can get a feel of college, figure out what you want to do, because the people that make their decision in high school, what do you want to do? I want to do this. I want to go to this school for it. And they get there. If that's not what they want to do, it can leave you lost. I was lost for a long time because once I realized that journalism wasn't what I wanted to do and Canisius wasn't even the best option for me, I didn't know what to do. But I'm glad I found I'm glad I found ECC, and I look forward to finishing my last semester here. I'm excited.